his upbringing and his culture, he is going to listen to the guy that's above. In this case, I'm the guy that's above him. I'm the teacher. And he's going to do exactly like his teacher. So it's easy.
So you've also said that with every fighter, you try and work with every fight with one or two things that's going to be new that you're going to work with.
Every training camp that we get to, every fight that we get to, every training camp, I always add a couple things at the beginning of training camp. I explain to them what I'm going to be doing in this training camp, regardless of what we've done in the past, regardless of when we're fighting, regardless of where it's at. Two things, just that every time that he fights, he's improving on a couple things, or he's working specifically on a couple things. We know he can do the rest of it, but let's just add a couple wrinkles here.
What would you say, maybe one specific thing that you're doing?
Well, I'm going to tell you, because we thought we were going to fight Chavez, the two things that we implemented for this camp were in regards to fighting Chavez and Chavez's left hook. We may fight Chavez in the future, so we'll leave that as something that is between us, myself and Genady.
What has been an adjustment for here? Would there be any adjustment?
I've always been the type of coach that I never adjust to a fighter. They're going to have to adjust to us. They're going to have to adjust to Genady. Genady's going to go be Genady, and if they can deal with Genady, well, then they're better than I have work to do.
And then with the question of 12 round thing,
that's the only thing that's caused me some restless nights at the beginning of camp, knowing that Gil has gone 12 rounds and is used to going 12 rounds, and we've never run past the 10. So it's a matter of making sure that we're prepared, but not over-prepared. I mean, I don't want that to be an issue in my mind where I think I got to work him harder because he has to go 12. I don't think the fight will go 12, but we're prepared to go 12.
Gil's obviously a good opponent, but is there some level of frustration that the Chavez fight didn't happen? You're fighting sort of like a middling guy?
No, not really, because if you think about it, September the 1st, 2012 was the first fight that he had on HBO. That's really when he broke out to the American audience. How long did it take Floyd to get to this level here, or to be at the quota, had 7,200 the first time at the Garden? I think the projections are we're going to have a lot more than that. So it's frustrating, maybe to management and maybe to Tom, but to me it's not. It's one fight at a time. I just hope that the next fight after this one is a step up and not on the same level.
But every fight he has now, like you just sort of alluded to, every fight he has now, he's going to get a little bit better. So he'll be more ready when the big fight happens. I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. That's the whole idea. As a coach, that's the whole idea. You want to prepare him for that eventual. Let's talk Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, when he fought Maidana, he wasn't ready for the Maidana level. And it wasn't so much because of the fights, it's just because in training camp he became a star. After Perez, he became a star. He was maybe stopped working in the gym, and that's where we as coaches. But you have to have the student too. You have to have the athlete that wants to be subservient. Let's just say to allow you to be the coach. If he allows you to be the coach, then it's quite easy to mold them and to improve them. Terry Norris was that way too.
Yeah.
Gil's past fights, when you watch them on tape, what's impressed you the most? What particular fights?
His activity. He's non-stop. His activity. He throws punches for 12 rounds and he's in great condition. Doesn't punch that hard, but you don't have to punch hard when you're landing combinations. It's easy to knock somebody down that way too. So that, like I said a little while ago, that's what caused me restless nights at the beginning of camp. Just trying to get around the fact that we're going to have to go 12 rounds if we have to.
Did you see the Stern fight? Did you see the Mundine fight?
No, he went to Germany and beat 2 Germans in Germany. That's an accomplishment. Again, because he's able to go 12 rounds, he's going to outwork everybody that he fights. So that's something that we have to be cognizant of.
Is this something that Genady always says, that he's prepared to go to 12 rounds, or is this something?
We train every coach. I don't care who it is. If you have a 12-round fighter, a guy that fights championship fights, we're prepared to go 12 rounds. Now, the pace of the fight will determine how well we do in those 12 rounds. If a Gil is going to force you to be 100% and be able to go 12 just like you did at the beginning of the fight. So we're going to find out. We don't know.
Abel, you mentioned Terry Norris real quick.